26,000 Michiganders currently without power across northern lower Michigan due to the ongoing ice storm that was forecasted for the overnight period into this morning. I'm Ryan. This is Michigan Storm Chasers. Welcome to the channel. We have a bit of a break today, but we also track another round of ice tonight, as well as severe weather chances for Sunday afternoon, again on Wednesday of the upcoming week. Let's go ahead and break it all down. Before I start, though, I want to say a shout out to today's spotlight sponsor, Pro Powder, based out of South Haven, Michigan. For powder coating needs for residential or commercial use, give Pro Powder a call. Number above me is valid there. 269-637-8722 is the number there. As always, thank you to Pro Powder for sponsoring today's YouTube video and being our spotlight sponsor for the day. This is the power outage map here. We can see it lit up there across northern lower Michigan. That is where all the ice is accreting. We've had reports as much as 1/4 inch, 4/10 of an inch. As a result, power is being lost, trees are coming down, just as a typical ice storm causes. But that's not all of our concern. Diving into the forecast here, this is a short-term model, the HRRR. Let's go ahead and walk you through hour by hour. We have some spotty precip continuing up for the northern lower Michigan through this morning. Go through the afternoon. Here is 3 o'clock this afternoon. Some spotty precip remains. Not going to be very heavy, but it will be ongoing for portions of the northern part of Michigan. Maybe some showers further south there across like Lenawee, perhaps Branch County areas, southern counties basically. All right, moving through the afternoon today, a pop-up shower or storm is possible across much of the lower peninsula there. Rain, 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 and then we go to the overnight period tonight. Continues to have showers and perhaps rumble of thunder across the state. That will push out for Sunday morning, but do keep in mind, look further north there. Look what happened for the UP. Snow, as well as more freezing rain and sleet for portions of the UP. All right, that leads us to the morning on Sunday. That continues to be ongoing. We're going to pause it right here at noon Sunday afternoon. So tomorrow at noon. All right, attention shifting to the southern mode of this storm down here across Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana. We have building moisture and building instability, and as a result, by the time we get to right around that 3 or 4 o'clock time frame, we have showers and storms developing across Indiana as well as parts of Michigan. This is at 4 p.m. here on this model, Sunday afternoon. Let's go to 5 p.m. We have more development there across western Michigan. Let's go to 6. That continues to develop, push eastward. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and by about 10 o'clock or so, they're pushing their way into Canada as well as Ohio. So a severe threat will develop here for Sunday afternoon and evening. Let's go ahead and pause it right here at 5 o'clock. Let's dive into the ingredients we have here and why we are concerned. So starting with our shear, our wind shear, you can see the environment here across the area is very highly sheared, and that's going to be no problem getting storms organized and sustained. So wind shear, you can check it off the list. We have it. How about instability, though? How about storm fuel? We have plenty of it, all the way up to about that, we're going to say Tri-City area, just south of Mount Pleasant there. We have 1,000 to 2,000 joules of surface-based CAPE that's being shown on the models today, which is more than sufficient for this time of year. Coupled with that wind shear, we get a supercell composite parameter of about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 higher in spots locally. It's pretty concerning, honestly, for a severe event. All right. So put the two together. We also have moisture as well. Another ingredient we look for in severe weather. We have low to perhaps mid-60s dew points, right around 60 to 63, 64 perhaps. That is plenty of moisture to support severe weather. We do have a source of lift as well. So all 4 boxes are checked. So we are concerned for severe weather. So hazards for this. Number 1, we're going to say large hail and damaging winds will go hand in hand tomorrow. The main risks there, again, wind and hail, but I also do believe there is a tornadic risk involved, and that is because we have quite a bit of wind shear involved in the lowest levels of the atmosphere. We have something called helicity or spin as well across this, what we're going to call warm sector here, 1 to 200, we call it M2S2, measured this measure of basically the spin in the atmosphere. It's more than sufficient to produce some rotating updrafts. So perhaps a tornadic threat developing here across southern Michigan. Would not be shocked to see a couple tornadoes across the region in general. But I do think wind and hail will be dominant. Tornado threat will be a third, but not zero low threat. All right, for the SPC, we are in a slight risk all the way up to the Mount Pleasant area. A marginal risk does extend up to Alpena, just south of Gaylord and Traverse City there in the dark green. Further north in light green, that's just your general thunderstorms. But also notice the enhanced risk is sitting just across the border south in Indiana and parts of Northwest Ohio. So going over the hazards from the SPC, there is your damaging wind risk. All right, notice the hatched area that does butt into Hillsdale County there. That is for significant winds, 75 mile per hour or greater. That is sitting just off to our south currently. Regardless, we are in a 15 to 29% probability range here from the SPC. That equates to a slight risk, level 2 out of a scale of 5. Further north then, level 1 risk up to 5 to 14%, up to about the Roscommon Alpena areas for wind. As far as hail goes, hail is also 15% risk. I do think the hail threat is definitely in play tomorrow. And then finally, the tornadic threat here is sitting around the 94 corridor. So Detroit, Ann Arbor, Monroe, Adrian, Hillsdale, Coldwater, those general areas in a 2% tornadic risk here. I would not be shocked to see a 5% added on tomorrow. So perhaps even this afternoon's update. This update's at 1:30 p.m. today, and then I'll update at 2 a.m. in the morning tomorrow morning, and then again at 9 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. and then again at 4 p.m. So we have numerous updates to get through for the SPC. Our forecast package will be out later this afternoon, so stay tuned to the Facebook page for that. We'll also be live tonight at 7 o'clock on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitch to discuss the threat and go over our forecast thoughts as well. But Sunday could be a severe weather day across southern Michigan, perhaps all the way up into central and northern Michigan as well. Again, that risk does go all the way up to about the Gaylord area for severe weather. So that is Sunday. On top of that, we also have ice still ongoing for the northern part of Michigan, perhaps some snow as well. So let's go ahead and dive into that really quick, and we'll focus on the Wednesday system. Might be a longer video. It might be a longer video today, guys. We're at 7 minutes and counting here. So let's go ahead and flip it over here to the snowfall from the HRRR. This is the latest run. Basically coats the entire UP in about a foot of snow. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. I do think there's potential for about a foot of snow in some spots, but this model likely is overdoing things just a tad bit. But do keep in mind, the UP is going to see snow on top of it. Could see some significant snows through tonight into the Sunday time frame. So also going into the ice forecast, we are not done with freezing rain yet. The models still coat the areas that have been impacted already from the power outages. As a reminder, here's the power outage map. Going back to the model map here, we still see a good coating of ice here. We could still see significant icing that is already on top of what's already occurred. So a double whammy system here. Snow further north for the UP, ice for that corridor of southern UP, northern lower, then further south there to Sunday, that rain severe weather chance. So again, all flavors of weather happening here, but do keep in mind for northern lower Michigan, we do have the ice storm round 2 incoming tonight into the Sunday time period. Now, focus now shifts to the middle part of next week, where there is another slight risk in effect here for severe weather from the SPC. That risk goes up to about the Mount Pleasant area, to Flint, Port Huron, to Grand Rapids, and points southward. This one does have our eye as well. The models right now, we're not going to touch on too in detail, but I will go ahead and show you the GFS model for the storm fuel. That is one model that we can show you guys for that Wednesday time frame. Now, as of right now, the models are showing the highest risk off to our south, but this system does have our eye because there's a lot of more dynamical ingredients coming together for the Wednesday system that could support a higher end threat. But again, we need a lot of things to come together. We're still like 5 days away from this. Pump the brakes. It's possible another severe threat could happen on Wednesday. Right now, it looks to be highest concern off to our south. We'll monitor it. We'll update. But do keep in mind that midweek time frame is another one to watch here. So with that being said, I'll end the video here at 9 minutes and 20 seconds. I'll catch you guys tonight at 7 o'clock, and probably again either chasing in the field or on stream here with Joel and or Caleb and Nick for tomorrow's planned severe weather coverage here in Michigan. If you're up north, I hope you guys are staying warm and staying safe up there with this current ice storm ongoing. All right, I'll see you guys tonight. You guys enjoy your day. Stay safe out there.